What up, what up, what up? You tuned in to the Jose Morales podcast where we talk sports, business, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jose Morales, and we're on my boxing academy. Joining me in the ring today is the number one 125-pound female in the U.S., 2020 Olympic qualifier, 2015 World Amateur Champion, four-time national champion, WBC Amateur Champion. All of this straight out of Sacramento, California. Lupe Gutierrez, welcome. Thank you for coming in. What do you think?
Thank you for having me. It's definitely a blessing, having every support from Sacramento and everything.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. We had the best male boxer. Now we have the best female boxer out of Sacramento on here. And for the record, you're the first one to come in here with like a belt connection. She's straight up flossing on everyone. She got her belt. How do you feel when you see this? You see all these accomplishments. How do you feel seeing these things right here? It got to make you feel a certain way. I mean, that's special. Not everyone has these things.
Yeah, I feel like my work is paid off, just know that you have like all this and it's yours forever and like your work is paid off, you've won. Like it's a great feeling.
Yep. We're going to go over each one and how you got each one and what the experience was like. But before we go over that, is there any one of these that is more special to you than the other? Like if you had to pick one to just keep one of these, which one would you pick?
It's tough. I mean, I feel like, every belt you have is like a meaning. Yeah. Because you fought hard for each one is like something different. But I mean, that's hard to say. But I think it would probably be the USA boxing because that's a really big accomplishment right there.
Wow. That's huge. Cool. So what we're going to talk about, we're going to get to familiar with her. We're going to get familiar with her story, everything she accomplished, what her future holds in store for her, and pretty much her life. We want to know what exactly Lupe went through, what exactly Lupe is going through now, and what exactly Lupe is going to be going through in the future. We want everyone in Sacramento to get familiar with you. And if you're not following her, please follow her now. Make sure you support her in every way possible. As you heard from me in the past, in boxing, support is probably one of the biggest things because without support, it's pretty much very, very hard. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I feel like, especially in Sacramento, you have to really like push through to get the support. It's really hard to get support in Sacramento.
Why do you say that? Go into more detail for people that do not know. Explain that. What's so hard about getting support in Sac? Like what? Go give me some of your battles with that.
I feel like, you always have the support of your family. That's definitely there. It's just like trying to get the rest of Sacramento involved. Like when I won the 2020 the trials, it was very hard to get out there more from Sacramento. Yeah, I had the support from Facebook, Instagram, just me personally sharing myself, my family sharing myself, family, friends, and all that. Yeah. But outside of that, it's kind of hard,
Very hard.
Yeah.
And what you did is huge. Why do you think it's that? Why do you think? Is it because you're a female? Is it because it's a boxing or is it just because of Sacramento? What do you think it's causing that?
I feel like I can't really say it's much of I'm a girl. A lot of girls are doing a lot of things lately, it's surprising everybody. I just feel like it's, I feel like this doesn't go for just Sacramento. I think it's everybody, every state or something. Maybe not that big, not that big of a deal, or maybe not that as important, but important to us, It's not making money probably, it's not showing anything big.
Yep. And what she's talking about that she won is this 2020 Olympic qualifier. She made it to go for the qualifiers for the road to Tokyo, right?
Yes.
Which was supposed to be this year, 2020,
yes,
right? Olympics 2020.
Yeah.
So we're going to get all into all that. But before I start that story and we get familiar with everything that we're going to talk about as far as Lupe, I want to say good morning, everybody. You guys are going to hear this on November 9th. Hope you guys start off your week with a great push. Do you have any weekly rituals? You start off your Mondays, Lupe? How do you start? What is a Monday morning for Lupe like?
Monday morning, I typically wake up around 5:10, just start getting ready for, I do strength and conditioning. So I just do that in the morning. I think on a Monday it's hard for everybody, so I just kind of focus on waking up and then actually doing it. And then, that's just basically how I start my morning.
So Lupe's breaking all sorts of things right now. So besides bringing a whole bunch of belts, Lupe is actually the first podcast I record at 6 a.m. and it's actually on Halloween Day. And I knew she'd be down for that reason because I feel like boxers have a different mentality as far as like sacrificing sleep or something for something they want to do. And like you said right now, you start off your day at 5 a.m. on Monday with strength and conditioning, which is probably the last thing you want to be doing at 5 a.m. How do you find that motivation or to do that? Like, what's your motivation if you're not fighting? Like for me, when I was competing, it was very hard for me to do something if I had no fight or no tournament or nothing look forward to. Right now, there's COVID and all this bullshit going on. How do you find the motivation to train and keep going when there's nothing to really look forward to in the near future?
I think for my motivation would be like all the things I've accomplished, like during boxing, you know, just knowing that I won this already, the trials, and it's like, you know, it was a big excitement for me. So I was like, dang, I want to do it again, you know, like stay busy, Lupe, like don't let it go. Like you want to keep on winning. And then like having like the support from everybody, you know, my little cousins, my little nieces, like they look up to me, you know, and I don't want to like let them down. You know,
yeah, that's cool. I personally think you got robbed from the thing. That's my personal opinion. How do you feel about the Olympic qualifiers and all that? Do you feel like you were robbed? Do you feel there was politics behind it? How do you feel personally?
You know, in boxing, there's always going to be politics, you know, with everything. I feel like, yeah, I did get robbed, you know, but I feel like they did something different this year, you know, than the last year. They did like last year, if you win, then you're automatically. And this year they did something different where like if you win, okay, like you still have to like do another tournament to like where number 1 and number 2s go. So whoever won out of that is the winner and everything. So I mean, I feel like that was, in my opinion, I felt like it was kind of ridiculous, you know, like, just to do that. Like, so if you won, it's like, dang, you got to fight again, you know, like in another like 2 weeks or something. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know. There's always going to be something different. I'm always going to try again. So I don't try to take it to heart like that.
So those that do not know what we're talking about, when she went to the Olympic qualifiers, she fought the same girl 3 times, right?
Yeah.
And you beat her 2 times out of the 3.
Yeah.
And the girl that she beat 2 times out of the 3 happened to take the spot on the Olympic team. So that's what I mean, like her being robbed is how is it possible that the girl she beat 2 times out of 3 gets the spot on the Olympic team and she does not? So to me personally, I don't see how that is even possible. That's why I feel like she got robbed. Who was this girl, by the way? She's from San Diego, right? I think. What's her name?
Yeah, San Diego. Her name is Andrea Medina.
Yeah. How was your guys' relationship? Because I know you guys were around each other probably a lot.
You know, I feel like with me, it's I don't really care. Like when we fight, yeah, like it's on. You know, like that's when it's just me and you. But I feel like outside of the ring, you know, I'm totally different. You know, I'm a cool person. I'm chill. Like I don't have no problems with nobody. I try and keep the peace. You know, and she's also like she's pretty cool. You know, we both like. All of us there trained like 24/7, so it's like you don't really like, you know, get to like when you're training like talk like that, but there are moments when you get to like chill and have fun, and you know it's just fun to like communicate, you know, have that relationship, especially with people that you fight.
That's cool. Is there anyone that you fought that you became really close to?
It's kind of probably not.
No. The reason why I ask is I actually I'll share the story. I fought this guy one time, and he's from Chico. I fought him in Chico, and I beat him. And then like 2 weeks later, he rematched me in Sacramento, and I beat him again. And I beat him 2 times in a row, right? But the second time around, he came up to me at weigh-ins. We're talking to each other because I just fought this guy like 2 weeks ago. And after the fight, he like introduced me to his family, and then he's like, to me, it seemed like he was trying to get me to hook up with his sister. I thought it was hella funny, hella weird. You know what I mean? What the hell? So that was probably for me the closest one to like that I fought where I thought we were like, it was kind of weird that he was like introducing me to his family and shit. But I don't know. I had to ask you that because I know that sometimes after you fight somebody, you kind of build this mutual respect for each other where you kind of just say hi. You always acknowledge each other, and maybe you guys became friends.
Yeah, no, I feel like most like after your fight, you know, you always get respect for each other. You know, it's always like, yeah, thank you very much. Like, you know, like you did good. You know, you know. So I think you like always get that respect, but I don't think I've like ever like, you know, like led on to like something like you know, it's like, hey, like, how you doing? Like, you know, here and there, like mutual respect, but
nothing more than that.
yeah. No.
Yep. So give me your story, man. Like, how did you start boxing? How old were you? I talked to you last time you came to sparring. You told me it was because of Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Give everybody the story behind it. You were watching Manny, or what happened? Give me let everybody know how Lupe got into boxing.
So I was at my cousin's house, and you know, all the family was around. You know, Filipinos, they do it big when Manny fights. So we were all there, just sitting there watching TV, and then I was like watching this. I forgot who he was fighting, but I was watching, and I was like, it kind of sparked interest. You know, like him just like doing his thing, moving, like blah, 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 like picking his shots and everything. And I was like it seems fun. You know, like it looked like something that I can do, and I was like, okay, that like it sparked interest.
And how old were you?
I was about 10ish, going on 11.
Yeah, so about 10 years old. That was actually a great age to start.
Yeah.
So you're Filipino and Cuban, right?
Yeah, Filipino and Cuban.
I see you hold very high pride in both. You got both of them right here. Are you Filipino through your dad's mom? Like, how are you Filipino and Cuban?
My mom is Filipino and my dad is Cuban.
Your dad's Cuban.
Yes.
Do they both speak their languages too? Like, does your dad speak Spanish?
My dad speaks Spanish, but my mom doesn't. No.
Your mom, does she speak Tagalog or anything?
No.
No. Manny Pacquiao made a big change in the Philippines I think I noticed that once he started boxing, a whole bunch of Filipinos got into boxing. Like, it was huge.
Oh yeah.
Like yourself. How about in the Cuban side? Who's like a Cuban boxer you really like, or give me something from your Cuban roots that you got? Is there anything? Anyone?
Fighters, I'm not too sure about the fighters. You know,
No?
there are some good ones, but I feel like, in my opinion, I don't really.
Not really.
Yeah.
No one that really sparks your interest.
Yeah. Nobody that really sparks my interest, but I feel like, you know, I got the will to do boxing and everything from my like Cuban side. You know, like the push and everything. Like, you know, I just had the fighting in me. You know.
Yeah, and you got your interest from the Filipino side.
Yeah.
That's cool. I actually have a lot of Filipinos that come to the gym. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. Great culture. Very similar to Mexicans, I think. Just as far as like they're Catholic, the way they were brought up, the food is kind of, you know what I mean?
The same,
it's very similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah. The Cuban is a little different. It's got more of the Caribbean feel to it. Where your family, where are they from? Like, where do they meet? How did your mom and dad meet? How does that? Because you were born in Sacramento, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know they both met in Sacramento, but I'm not too sure, like, really how.
Okay.
Know?
Do you know their history? Like, were they born in the Philippines and Cuba?
My mom was born here, and my dad was born in, I believe he said, like, in some part of, like, Mexico, because his mom is like Cuban and his dad is Mexican. So
okay.
So yeah, it's some part in there.
Okay, so he was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, I didn't know that about you. See, I'm getting familiar with you. So this is your second time at the gym here. The first time was a week ago, actually, when you came in. What do you know about the gym? What do you know about here? How did you tell me something about the gym? What about here? What do you know about it? What is it like? Or share something.
Well, I knew you because, you know, you previous like boxing at
we go spar.
Sparring at the gym. So I was like, okay, like I know him, and you know he's like his people are in shape. So I was like, okay, he must be a good trainer if his people are in shape, you know. And then like I seen you on Instagram, and I was like, okay, he has like a lot of following bases, you know, a lot of kids and everything. So I was like, he seems like a cool dude, you know. He has like a whole bunch of kids. He's good with kids, you know, everything. So I was like, and he knows what he's doing, you know. So I was like, he's probably, his gym is probably good. Yeah,
I'm very big on conditioning. I just feel like I've always felt like if you are better than the person, I mean, if the person's better than you, but you're just in better shape, you can do a lot more.
Oh yeah,
just
no,
because
most
you're
definitely.
in better shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very, very strict on that. Cool. So how about, I remember the very first time you sparred Amy. What was that like? I mean, you sparred Amy for the very first time. What was it like from that time to this past time? Do you feel like she improved? How was that for you?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, her conditioning has always been there. The first time I sparred, I was like, okay, like she's well conditioned, you know, like she just doesn't stop. She's well conditioned. She's not getting tired. So I was like, okay. And then I think when I sparred her last week, you know, she's taking it kind of down, you know, starting to try and box, which is good, you know, because if you go to like USA tournaments, you're gonna have to like learn how to do both, you know, and you're gonna have to learn how to switch at the right time and when to do it, you know. So that's good that she's learning to do both now, you know, like learning to try and like learn when to box and learn when to like go forward, you know?
Yeah, I always feel like you have to be able to switch it like that.
Yeah.
You can't just be one dimensional.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
And especially at that level.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, for coming up to spar with her. I told her I wanted her to spar the best boxer, and you are that girl.
Thank
that
you.
I'm
Thank
like, if
you.
you're gonna go to nationals and do anything, you have to be in the ring with Lupe
Thank you.
because she's obviously done it already. On to the next thing that I wanted to ask you. I know you've made international. I mean, you've been on the international stage. What is the biggest difference from fighting internationally to national to a local show? Like, what's the biggest difference? And there's a huge difference, obviously, between each one.
I feel like when you go international, there's different change in the styles. You learn a lot of different styles, you know, like some people like to hold, some people like to stand there in front of you. Like, it's just a whole different ball game, you know? And with locals, I feel like, in my opinion, like you're learning, you know, like locals is like where you're like up and coming, you know? So I feel like you learn everything in your locals, and then like USA tournaments, that's where you learn even more, you know, even though you like face different styles too, but it's like, yeah, you're fighting everybody from like your, you know, California, and it's like whole different ball game. You're learning different styles, and it's
because every part of the nation has a style.
Yeah.
The Midwest, East Coast, the South. Yeah,
you're learning their style, and then like that's even better for when you go international. You know, you're like, okay, I've seen this before, like I know what to do and how to do it. You know.
How's the international stage when you fight and like people from other countries? Because you did that, right?
Yeah.
You went to, I forgot what trips you went to, but you fought at, what countries have you been at competing wise?
I fought in the junior worlds in Taipei, Taiwan, and then my first elite. It was in Poland, and then the last one right here was in Bulgaria.
Yeah. Wow, that's huge. I mean, I don't know that many people that have done that.
It's
because you were on the U.S. team, traveling with the U.S. team. What was that like? Share with that before you tell us about the competitions. What is it like knowing you're representing your country and you're traveling with the U.S. team everywhere?
It's totally different. You know, it's like you take pride. You know, it's like, dang, like I'm representing you. Like, let's go on, put on a show. You know, like let's show them what we can do, and let's like try and box the crap out of them. You know, like try and like make them look, you know, dumb, like, and then show them like what USA can do, you know. So
does the team have a camaraderie? Like, do you guys get real tight during that time, or is everyone really separated still?
No, we're pretty tight, you know. We do everything as a team, you know. We do a lot of like during the weekends when we're like in the training camps, we do a lot of like group activities, you know, to bring us all together. So I think that's a good thing, you know, for us all, like different weight classes to like know each other, you know, everything. When we go to like USA tournaments, it's like, hey, like, what's up? You know, we hang out with each other. Like, it's always good to know your team. Yeah, definitely.
And then that's cool because everyone's from all different parts of the U.S.
Yeah.
It's not like just California.
Yeah, no, it's totally different. It's like,
cool.
I'm from here, you're from there. Like, yeah.
That's tight. What is the fighting like when you're fighting internationally? When you fight somebody from Russia or from China or from all these different countries, what is it like? Tell us that. Tell me something about that.
You know, it's totally different. I feel like we right now have like the best type of boxing style, you know, because we can like sit there and like just pop, like pick our shots and everything. And them, they're kind of like they're like just like no movement, no nothing. And I think that gives us a big like plus, you know. Yeah,
that we can switch.
Yeah, we can like move, and we're not just like just sitting there, you know, like waiting for you or anything. And so I think that's probably like our biggest thing. Like,
yeah. Is there any other country that you see that had like really good competitors that you remember?
I know, probably GB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a good little style too. They're pretty good.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect that either. But we were at a training camp, and I was like, okay, like they got a little similar thing to us, like, you know, they can like bounce and move.
Yeah. What was the road to Tokyo like for you? Like from the beginning, not before, like before qualifiers, all that. What was that like from the beginning to getting this bad boy? What was it like?
Dedication, you know, a lot of work. There was times where you're like, man, like I'm tired, like I just want to break, you know. But it's like you got to keep pushing.
Is there any one memory you remember real clearly where you wanted to kind of like just give up? Is there any one time you really remember, like, man, I remember that day that I was thinking about it?
Honestly, I feel like all my days were like that.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? The reason I bring that up, I had one. I don't know. I had Xavier on here, and X actually talked about that. X was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be real. there's some days where I'm like, yo, fuck, why am I doing
Yeah,
this shit? Like, I
no,
wanted to
definitely.
quit. Well, he's like, I straight up wanted to quit one time. And it happens all the time. And I think everyone has that with everything. Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone felt that way about their career at one time or whatever. So how do you push through that? What is Lupe's secret to keep going? Or what did you do? How did you, when that day came to you or when it comes, what do you do to change your mindset?
You know, I feel like everybody does have those days, you know, especially as a boxer, because it's like there's no days off, you know, there's no off season, there's nothing. It's like just keep on going and keep on going. So, I mean, I don't doubt there's not one boxer that says like I didn't have those days. Like you're definitely lying if you didn't, you know.
Yeah.
But I think would probably be like just knowing like when you're at the tournament, you know, like you're gonna win, you know. I think those are my motivations. Like you're just pushing yourself, like telling yourself, Lupe, like you can do it, you know, like prove everybody wrong, you know, prove the people that telling you that you can't do it, you can do it.
Yeah. So that's the motivation for Lupe.
Yeah,
I
like no,
most
definitely.
Yeah. I'm the same way when someone tells me I can't do something. It's like, oh yeah, I can't. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna prove you wrong. Yeah.
Like I need to have people tell me that I can't do it all the time. When you first started, I'm pretty sure you had rough sparring sessions and stuff like that when you first started. Do you remember any clear time that you just had like the very first time you cried or your first bloody nose, or do you remember those times?
I feel like when I first started boxing, I started with my cousin Benny Garcia.
Yeah.
And he had these two boys. They were like
Benny's your cousin?
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Oh shit! Yeah, no. Oh yeah, keep going.
They were like state champions,
Uh-huh.
and you know I was just barely coming in. You know, he would make me spar them. You know, and dude, I would get whooped, whooped.
Bad, huh?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to take a beating when you first start boxing. Definitely.
I tell people that all the time, and some people don't understand it. But my wife actually got mad at me recently because my son cried for the first time. She's like, why you let him cry? I'm like, man, I can't protect my kid just because he's my kid. He's got to experience it. He's got to let him go. And the reason why I wanted to ask you this is because I feel like there's certain people in the gym that feel like the great ones never experience that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they'll like look at Lupe. Like, I don't think Lupe ever got her ass kicked.
Yeah, no. Most
everyone did.
Yeah, you definitely got to start somewhere. You know, it's like when you first start, you definitely got to take beatings to learn. You know, and what everybody used to tell me is like, welcome to boxing. You know, when I'll get bloody noses, when I'll cry, they'll be like, welcome to boxing. Like that's it. Boxing is either gonna break you or make you. You know, and that's where you learn like. Bloody nose is like either you're gonna get out or you're gonna stay in. Like, what is it? Which one is it?
So how long did it take you till you started kicking their ass, or you started? How long was that transition? Was it a few months, year? When was it when you finally made that switch where they were like, oh shit, I gotta put my A game with Lupe now? Because it happened.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely took a few beatings, you know, before that, and I was like, all right, man, like these guys ain't going easy on me. You know, I'm a girl. I thought they were gonna go a little easy, but no they definitely didn't take that lightly. But I think it definitely took a few years, and then after that they kind of like stopped boxing. So it was like, okay, like I had to find more sparring, you know, like bigger people than me, you know, like honestly I just went with anybody. My cousin would just throw me in with anybody, man, and that I think that's what made me, you know, I grew the will. Yeah, definitely. Dog. I was like, all right, like you're bigger than me. This doesn't feed me, you know. Like I'm gonna just keep on doing what I do. Like I'm gonna go forward, do what I would do. You're not gonna break me. Yep. So yeah, I think
because you helped build that mental strength. Already.
I think for some people, that would definitely like either make you or break you. You know, that it's gonna push you to your breaking points, and then see if you can handle it or not.
Yep. Do you have because you had how many fights total amateur so far?
I believe around like 50 or 60.
Okay. Out of all those fights, is there not one fight you really remember that was really tough? Do you remember one that's like, shit, that fight was hard? I
feel like there probably was. I feel like everybody, you know, maybe has a hard fight in their boxing career, but I can't really remember it right now.
No. So you haven't had someone that like hit you, like you were a little dizzy or you lost your breath, good body shot during the fight? Anything like that? Okay,
the thing with that is I feel like I've always sparred bigger people than me.
Oh,
so I was always like, okay, I've always felt your power. Like when I go and fight, like, you know, when you spar boys, it's totally different when you fight girls. You know, it's okay, like you don't hit as hard, but you hit hard, but it's like, I can take it, you know? So I don't think it's ever like phased me like that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's a good fucking part. That's good. Is there a female boxer you look up to?
Female?
Yeah, female boxer, not male. I already know you love Pacquiao.
I think right now the biggest one for us right now is Clarissa. She's definitely paving the way.
Yeah, she's
Definitely.
badass.
Yeah,
Two-time
no,
Olympic.
yeah.
I mean, shit. Yeah, she's
Yeah, don't.
badass.
I don't even think a man wants to fight her right now.
Nah, she is. She is badass. She's a bad girl. You were with Michaela for a while, right? Michaela.
Mayor, yeah.
You were training with her and so forth, right?
We were sparring together,
Yeah,
when she was here in Sacramento for a
she
little
was here
bit,
for
yeah.
Sac. How was that like?
I think that definitely helped me out. You know, learning a top USA contender, like it was definitely like a chess game. You know.
Yeah, because
definitely.
When you have somebody at that caliber, it very it changes. No longer the same.
Yeah, especially with her, because it's like long arms. Like she was like kind of tall, long arms. You know, it's like, dang, look at me. You know, I'm short.
Small.
Yeah,
like, and I'm all short.
Yeah. So I definitely had to like learn to pick my shots.
Is there something you hate about boxing?
That I hate?
Yeah, something you just if you really just hate, you do not like it, and if you could change it, you would change it.
Running.
Hey, everyone says
I
that.
think I think a lot of people say that. It's
Everyone
definitely
says that.
running. You know, when I'm like running, I'm like, dang, like I gotta push myself to run.
So I don't know if you know this, but I think there was a Sergey Kovalev. I don't know if you remember him. He fought Andre Ward. Where Sergey Kovalev did a thing about 10 things you need to know about boxing before you start boxing, and he mentioned that you pretty much are a semi-professional runner because you run so damn much.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have people that come to the gym and they're like, "Damn, we run so much." I'm like, I signed up for boxing. I'm like, "Hey, boxing is running."
Yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah,
running.
That's the biggest part.
We run a lot in boxing. All right, so I think a lot of people can agree with you on that part. Yeah. What do you love about boxing?
I love the thrill, getting in there and doing what you got to do. You know, just definitely it's like a chess game, and then you know just picking your shots. You know, I think that's the best part about boxing, and just being in there. You know, like it's just you against somebody else. You don't have you have your team, but it's just you in the ring. You know,
yeah,
like you have to hold the weight of everybody and like take one for the team.
Hell yeah. So now let's go over all your championships that you have here. So this first one. Tell us about how you won this one, how this came about, what it is.
So this one is Beautiful Brawlers. It's a tournament, for definitely all the girls. Yeah, it's the best tournament by far for all girls. You know, it's really fun. They Blanca Gutierrez, Luby Gutierrez, and they definitely like put on a show for the girls. You know, they support like all the girls, little girls, middle girls, like everything.
Yeah,
and
they do sparring sessions.
Yeah. They have like training camps.
So you won this tournament.
Yeah, I won this tournament.
Was it in the Bay Area?
Yeah, Bay Area.
Okay.
Great tournament overall. You know, they support the girls a lot. Oh. Definitely do everything for the girls. You know, if you have like an upcoming girl, like you want sparring, anything, hit them up. They're definitely great.
Oh. How about this one? Tell them about this one.
This one, I think this is the one that I got for the USA. This is the same thing. They
give you a medal on the belt.
Oh wait, this is the I believe the trials that I want to get to the belt.
Oh, okay. So this is the trials.
Yeah.
How was it like? Tell us about when you won this one.
Definitely was a weight off my shoulder. You know, it's like, okay, I get to qualify for the trials. You know, so it was like definitely a weight off my shoulder. Glad I won that one.
And the WBC belt. Everyone's probably seen this on TV. I mean, shoot, this is a pretty popular belt.
Yeah, that's the amateur one.
Yeah, this is a WBC amateur. Yeah. So how did you get this one? How did this?
I actually got this one from a Beautiful Brawlers too. I think they had 3 of them.
Oh really?
Yeah, they had 3 fighting for the belt, and I was one of the lucky ones to actually fight for it.
Oh shit, that's tight.
Yeah, so I'm thankful that they had the belts. You know, grateful to win one.
Hell yeah, that's super dope. And then you already told us about this one.
Yes.
And this is the same, right?
Yeah, that goes with that. Yeah, this is the same thing.
Same. Cool. That's huge. I like that. So, like I said, Sacramento, listen to that. We have a female that won the Olympic qualifiers for Tokyo, Road to Tokyo 2020, and we are not supporting her. I mean, there's something wrong with that. We have to get behind her, help her as much as we can in whatever way we can, and usually one way to help her with that is to simply follow, couple likes, get the word out, get people familiar with Lupe. Let's make her a household name, not just in Sacramento, but it starts with our city. So let's talk about her some more. And let's get her known. Let's talk about her and let's become fans. You already got a fan here. I mean, when I first time I saw you spar, I was like, damn, girl, this is badass. Like I had heard that you were good.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen you firsthand. I was like, yeah, this girl's fucking a whole nother level.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I highly do. I mean, I do. I believe the hype. I mean, this is not for nothing. You definitely have all the skill
Yeah, thank you.
matching, and now we just got to get you that next level.
Yeah, thank you.
What is next for Lupe? What do you hope to do 5 years from now? Like, what do you want Lupe to be in 5 years as far as boxing?
I think I just want to be known, known for boxing, known. Honestly, my biggest thing was like during like all my boxing career, I wanted to be known like for being one of the best and for representing Sacramento. I wanted to be that one to be like, dang, Lupe from Sacramento, like, damn, that's like, she's the best. And that's just always been my like big name,
Yeah. What about Sacramento is it so prideful for you? Like, what about Sacramento? Why is that so important to you?
It's my hometown. I was born and raised here.
Yeah, so you love it.
Yeah,
what high
definitely
school
got
did
to
you go
represent
to?
it. I went to Florin High School, and then
Panthers.
Yeah, Florin High School, and then boxing. Traveling a lot. I went to a continuation school, and then I went to a home school.
Okay, so you finished off at home school?
Yeah, finished off at home school.
That's cool. What year is that you graduated?
18.
18. Yeah, it's around not that long ago.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like a long time.
Yeah. How's life after high school? How's it treating you?
Definitely different. Once I was in high school, I was like, I'm not as busy, I am now with boxing, like training and everything. It's like, all right, I have more time for like training in the morning, training in the afternoon. So it was a big transition.
Are you working or anything right now?
No, just full-time training.
When I went to go watch you spar, when we sparred you the very first time, I watch people a lot. I'm a people watcher, and I noticed that after you were done sparring, you went off to the side and you started helping people. You started helping, I believe there was a girl that you were helping, and you started helping, like coaching her, and you were just really, you were teaching.
Yeah.
It wasn't even you training no more. You were now teaching. This is right after sparring. Why did you do that? Why do you do that? And why is that important to you?
I feel like, with the little kids, you always got to try and help. It's a big thing for them, just to know like somebody's helping them, and I like to do it, like I like to teach a lot, even like if it's just little things, I'd like to, whatever I can help with, I'll help you with. Whatever I know, like I will let you know, anything. And I like, it's just the boxing, like I just like telling people things, or like coaching people things, and just even watching sparring, it's eye opening for everybody. So like I just like I call out what I see, when you're in the ring and you're sparring, and I don't focus on you. I focus on the other person. With the hands up, I'm gonna be like, okay, the body's open. Like I look at their like little traits, that they do, and then I tell you in the corner. So yeah.
Do you feel when you coach, it helps you as become a better boxer?
Yeah, most definitely. In boxing, I feel like you never stop learning. There's always something for you to learn. It's never gonna stop. And yeah, I definitely feel like I picked up a few things, like just watching somebody, like, I'm like, okay, like, do I do that too?
It helps a lot.
Yeah, I know, most definitely.
Reason why I bring that up, when I started teaching at 16 years old when I was still fighting, and it really helped me as a fighter. And I try to incorporate that now with my fighters, is to help them teach basics and just have them kind of create that eye for things to look for, like, the way they're standing, the way their guard is, their chin is, and things like that. So it definitely does help. I believe so. So I was just curious if you believe the same.
Yeah, no, definitely believe the same.
Yeah. What is the name of your club and all that? Talk about your coach and all that. Talk about your gym, where you train at. Tell us that.
So right now our gym is Sac's Finest Boxing. Because of the COVID, we're not really like in a gym right now. So we're kind of just like picking a few, like the ones that are like really hard training right now, and just training them at a different place, or the park or something, anywhere we could train, And so it's Sac's Finest Boxing, and my coach is my godfather, Abel. It's very different to have your godfather as a coach, but
in what way? I think you're the first person I know that this coach is their godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, usually maybe their father.
Yeah.
What is that like? Let's act like he's not right here listening. Yeah, tell us what it's like.
I feel like it's the same like with the father. It's like when you're in the corner and he's telling you to do something, he's yelling at you, and it's like, man, like I can like actually talk to you like how I would talk to you at home. It's like, man, like get off my shoulder, like or something. Or with your coach, you'll be like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it has its like ups and downs, because he knows what I can do, and I know what I can do, so he definitely pushes me to my limits, and I'm thankful for that, so I'm thankful.
Cool. Sonia is your godmother?
Yeah, my godmother.
Okay. I was trying to get your coach Abe, is it? He was good. He was from your dad's side, mom's side. How did he become a friend? How did he become your godfather? Do you know the history behind that?
Honestly, no.
Oh, that's a good question to ask him. Now.
Yeah.
Be like, hey,
Yeah.
how is it that you're my godfather? I need to know this.
Yeah. I just know, he's always been in my life since day one.
That's
He's
cool.
always been there. So.
What's something about boxing that people do not know, as far as amateur boxing, that you will not know or hear from in TV? Share something with everybody that they will not hear about amateur boxing anywhere else but from Lupe right now.
I feel like everybody knows, boxing is the hardest sport, but
It is.
you definitely don't know until you do it,
Yeah.
Definitely don't know until you get in the ring. It's a totally different ball game,
Yeah.
So I feel like everybody takes it like lightly, They're like, yeah, like it's the biggest sport, but it's like go
No.
do it, go
Yeah.
actually do it. You're gonna get tired in like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, there's people that box probably for 10 years and never really box. And what I mean by that is you can come to a gym and hit the bag
Yeah.
for 10 years and you never competed ever.
Yeah,
This is a sport that you can do and never ever really do. Like you go to a soccer game at 6 years old and play a soccer game, get out and in and out.
be
It don't
done.
matter.
Yeah.
You can't do that with boxing.
Yeah, no,
you
most
can't.
definitely.
You cannot just. I'm gonna go fight somebody real quick.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker. You better
Yeah,
turn your ass
yeah.
off.
A lot of people say that too. They'll be like, I boxed before. When I used to be in high school, they'd be like, I boxed before. And I'm like, what kind of boxing? Like,
Yeah,
there's
like-
two different boxing. Like,
Yeah,
like
like
you
you
said, like hitting the bag and then like actually getting in there and doing
Yeah,
it.
it's
Two
different.
different things.
Yeah, or you just box at your backyard
Yeah,
with your brother.
With your
'cause,
gloves, yeah.
That ain't the same thing. If you could name this episode anything, what would you name it? If you can name this episode something for people to hear it and be like, damn, I want to listen to that episode. What would you name this episode?
What would I name it? I would. I would name it like something like Lupe's World, Boxing's World. Like something like in there in that category. Because we talked a lot about like learning boxing. Like what is boxing. So I definitely think it would be like something around there.
Along that. What does Lupe do on days for fun? Just that has nothing to do with boxing. You have nothing planned and you want to just enjoy yourself. What do you do?
Most of the time, not most of the time. I feel like typically, I like to stay home and rest. It's. I love resting.
Are you a homebody?
For the most part, no. But boxing takes out a lot. So it's like, let me like on Saturdays, we come here sparring, and then on Sundays, it's like, all right, like I just want to chill. Just chill on my day, like chill with family, just eat, chill, and everything. But when I have like energy, I'm like, okay, like let's go do something. Like let's go like. Just do something, like sometimes I don't want to be home, I want to be out just doing something, whether it's like going to eat or going for a walk or something, anything.
Are you in a relationship or anything like that? Do you have anyone that you
yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. You're like, why are you asking me that? Chris? Tell us about Lupe's intimate life.
It's chill. I'm thankful for the relationship that I have, because it's like, you always have to have somebody that understands boxing, because it's like you're full time doing something, it's always like you got to train all the time, 3 times out of a day, and it's like, okay, like, like, sorry I can't do this, sorry I can't do that.
Yeah,
like,
they gotta understand it.
Yeah, especially with like friends too. It's like, friends
Yeah.
want you to like do something. It's like, oh hey, let's go here, let's go. Man, like forget about boxing. It's like I can't do it.
Yeah. I would tell people when I was growing up, it's like I knew a girl was bad for me when she would tell me to skip boxing.
Yeah.
Like I would never, like I hold pride. I think the first time I missed boxing, I was like 23 years old. The first time I did not go to boxing. And when I was a teenager in high school and all that, anytime I was with a girl and the girl was like, hey, come over to my house and just skip boxing, and she straight up told me skip boxing, it was a wrap. Like I couldn't fuck with her no more. Like,
Yeah.
I just know all you care about is yourself.
Yeah,
like you don't
yeah,
even
you
care
don't care
about me.
about
Like
me.
that's my love. Like
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
gonna tell
yeah.
me to skip something I love? Like
Yeah.
you could be like, go do your thing, come see me after, but don't tell me to skip it.
Yeah, and it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
like you just don't know, all the
Yeah.
hard work I put into.
Exactly.
And I think as a teenager, it's like very hard, when you have like a whole bunch of friends, you're like in middle school or something, it's like, let's go do this, you're like, I think I struggled with that too a lot when I was in like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to like go out, go do something, I wanted to go play with my friends, and it's like when my friends would be playing, like I'll be like, like I can't. Like, I have to be here at a certain time. I have to be, like, you know, boxing and, like,
Those
you
are
know.
the sacrifices.
Yeah, no, definitely. You
That started
definitely
to
have
get
to
you to
sacrifice
this.
yourself. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm thankful for, you know, I'm glad, like, my godparents and my parents were like, no, like, you can't go out, you know. And I was sad at the time, and I was like, man, like, I don't even want to do boxing, you know, like, man, forget about boxing. But I'm thankful for, you know, them pushing me and telling me that, no, I can't do it, like, because I wouldn't be here where I'm at without them.
Exactly. So. And it wouldn't even matter that you went out that day.
Yeah, no,
that shit
most
was gonna
definitely.
do nothing for you anyways.
Yeah.
It was just a distraction.
Yeah, at the time, too, and I was like, man, like, I want to go play. Like, I want to go play with my friend.
Did you ever have friends that were, like, when you were older, in the, like, high school era, where they were really pushing you away from boxing, or were trying to? Or by pushing you away, I mean, it's like, hey, let's go out on Friday night. Like, that kind of push you out. Or no?
Yeah, you know, I think with my friends, we definitely had our days, you know, where we'd be like, oh, just, man, like, come on, just, like, forget about boxing. Like, you've been training, like, all this time. Like, just, like, go out, let's go do something. And it's like, you know, you got to, like, be like, it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, I don't want to, but I do. And it's like, dang. And then, like, for the most part, I maybe had, like, a few of my friends where they're all like, nah, you're going to be something, you know, like, let her do what she has to do, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm thankful for those friends, you know, and then even for the friends that, like, told me, like, I miss boxing. Like, I'm thankful for them, too, because it's like, if you would have told me that, like, I wouldn't have went to boxing, you know. Like, I would have been like, I probably would have went with you or did something. Like, I'm just thankful, like, really for, like, everything that I learned in my childhood, you know, like, growing up. It's definitely a learning lesson, you know. Everything is a learning lesson with boxing.
For sure. And back to your relationship. With your relationship, it's something that you guys both got to back each other up on what they do, right?
Definitely. I think boxing, you definitely have to have, like, a ride or die.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like, you're going to be gone. Like, you tell your person, okay, I'm going to be gone, like, 1 week, at, like, 2 weeks. So it's like, yeah, it does take out a lot in your relationship, but you definitely have to have that ride or die. That's like, all right, sure. I'm a like, stay here. Like, I'm going to do what you got to do. And
just back each other up.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, definitely back each other up. It's definitely hard, you know. Yeah. But I mean, once you find the person, you know, it'll all be good.
If you have someone, a little girl listening right now, that would love to have these belts and be in your shoes, and you could tell them one thing, what would you tell that little girl?
I would tell her, you know, don't be afraid.
Don't be
afraid.
Know,
don't let nobody tell you can't do anything, and push yourself. With anything you do, push yourself, because boxing definitely takes a lot of dedication, you know, and prove everybody wrong. I think that's what I've done, like, you know, throughout my whole boxing career. Like, when I first started, I was just, like, going for it, like, yeah. And then, like, over, like, the time, you know, I definitely learned how to, like, box, pick my shots, you know, and that definitely made me better, you know, learning that and going to USA boxing tournaments definitely helped me out. And I'm just, you know, thankful for all that. And I would probably, tell a little girl, like, stay dedicated, you know. It's definitely going to be hard, you know. There's definitely hard times in boxing, so.
Cool. What is your? I'm going to ask you random questions now that have nothing to do with boxing.
Okay.
What is your favorite restaurant in Sacramento?
Favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I'm definitely a fan of food. So
all right, just pick one.
Multiple.
Just pick one. The first one that comes to mind. If it's Friday or Saturday night, you want to go eat. Where are you gonna go?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you get there? Just wings or what do you get?
Definitely wings. Wings. I get the.
Like you get like spicy or you get
spicy wing or original hot wings and some lemon pepper wings.
Lemon pepper. You're the second person to tell me about the lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. Everybody loves lemon pepper. Everybody loves.
Everyone tells me that too, and I haven't had them. I always get like original hot. When I get wings, gotta be the original hot.
No, you definitely gotta try lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
Bomb.
All right, now I know. Tell me something about Lupe not that many people know. Something that not many people know about Lupe.
Not many people. I'm lazy. Definitely lazy.
In what way? Lazy in what way? Like because you're not that lazy.
Yeah. No. Like outside of boxing, definitely lazy. If it doesn't have to do with boxing, I'm like, like I really got to do it. You know, like I don't really want to do it. I don't have to do it. Yeah, definitely.
So like a sleep in, or you rather sleep all day kind of lazy, like that kind of lazy, or like
if I could sleep in and play like video games all day, I would do it.
Yeah. How do you do that? If like you have to wake up early and start your day early with conditioning, how do you train yourself to that mental switch? Because I know it's hard, like going from being a night owl where you stay up all night playing video games or something to having to wake up. Like, How the hell do you transition those two things? That's got to be tough.
Yeah, that was definitely a big transition for me, especially like for the trials, like during the training camp. It was like, dang, like I gotta go to sleep early, gotta do this early, gotta go to this early. It's like, dang. So it was definitely a big transition. I just honestly had to push myself. Like even if I stayed up late, I was like, you gotta do it, Lupe. Like get up, even if you're tired, you still gotta do it. Like it'll be over within like an hour, an hour and a half. Like just do it.
So what video games do you play?
I literally just got a new VR headset like not even a month ago. So I've definitely been on that for a while. Just playing like VR games, just like Beat Saber. It's probably a cool one. It's just like it's kind of like Fruit Ninja. Yeah. Like we just slicing things. That game's really fun. So I just been on my VR lately.
VR.
Virtual reality, like the headset.
Reality.
The headset.
Okay.
So I've been on that.
How does that work? Does that come with like is that with a console like an Xbox or PlayStation, or is it its own thing?
No, yeah, it's its own thing. I had one for the PS4, but that one's trash, dude. The VR headset is totally different. It's called the Oculus Quest.
Are you like sitting down, or are you like
you can sit up, stand, like whatever you want to do. Like you can be anywhere. Shit. Yeah, it's like you just put it on. Like you have the little two hands. There's no cords attached, nothing. So it's just really cool.
Oh shit! I've never done that.
No,
it sounds tight.
Yeah, I know. It's like the things where you ever go to like the mall and you see like the version. Yeah. It's those.
Yeah, I have seen that. Wow, I didn't expect to hear that. Lupe was lazy.
Yeah, it's either that or like playing video games. Yeah.
No, and cool. Is there anything you want to add to the podcast? Anything you want to say? This is your time to say anything. What do you want to?
I just want to say thank you to all my supporters. Without here, definitely wouldn't be here. Thank you to all my coaches. That taught me everything.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me here. Trying to support me locally and everything, and trying to put me up there.
No, yeah, I do my best. Whatever I can do to help you, always with anything. Just ask.
No, thank you, because with Sacramento, it's like I feel like. We have like a lot of rival, different coaches. It's like, dude, why are you hating?
No,
like
it is.
Like,
it's very, 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 very like that. It's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's always been like that for some reason. I remember like that when I was a kid. It was like that.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, why? Like like we're all trying to represent the same thing. Like why are we hating on each other? But
it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks. And I think that's what's holding us back from. Growing is the fact that we're constantly fighting with each other.
Yeah, not working together.
Yeah, that sounds like something. Yeah. Sounds like the world right there. in a small community, but boxing. I was gonna say something about that, but I don't remember what I was gonna say. Fuck. It was something along those lines. But last thing, how can people follow you? How can people stay in touch with you? Tell us how we can stay connected with Lupe.
I have an Instagram. It's Lupe_MF Gutierrez. LUPE_MF_Gutierrez. GUTIERREZ. And
cool.
You could reach me on that. I reply back. I like to, communicate with people. Yeah, especially like up and coming like boxers. Definitely help out as much as I can.
Cool. And where did the nickname or the MF come from? Like, how did that come about? I wanted to ask you that. I like it, but I want to know. I want to know the history behind it. There's got to be a history behind it.
No, I feel like when I was in high school, I always used to put on my paper like Lupe MF Gutierrez, and MF everywhere. It was like that was just like my signature thing. And then like once I like started like really like saying, all right, I'm MF. Like I was like, all right, like I can make this something like that's definitely me, Like,
yeah, no, it's tight. It's tight. I think it's dope. It's unique. It's its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not something everyone will do or say.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah,
you gotta
especially what it stands for. What I think it stands for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds tight. Lupe motherfucking Gutierrez.
Yeah, when I was saying it in my hand, I was like, that's definitely me. That fits me. I was like, definitely.
And it fits you. It's you. I mean, you're not trying to be something that is not. It's you. You know what I mean? I love it. That's tight. I like it.
Thank you.
It. It definitely fits you. All right, you guys. Well, you guys just heard the whole podcast about Lupe motherfucking Gutierrez. And if you guys are not familiar with her more now, again, let's get behind her. I mean, this is a girl not just representing our city, but our country now, straight out of Sacramento, the best 125-pound female in the nation right here in our backyard. Let's show her some love. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back on next Monday for a new episode. And I hope you guys have a great week. We out.